Ngayong umaga. And alam naman natin na ibang-iba talaga ang pagmamahal ng nanay. And alam naman din natin na ibang-iba rin ang pagiging accommodating at hospitable na mga Pilipino. Kaya yan naman ang pag-uusapan natin ngayong umaga. Kaya kasama natin ngayong umaga si Senyor Miguel Cerqueda, ang President ng Asian Grand Legacy. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you, Sandro?
Yes. Sir, today we'll be talking about Filipino service when it comes to the hotel industry. So, being in the hotel industry yourself, sir, how do you think the Filipinos fare in the worldwide?
The best in the world. There is no question about it.
Okay. So is this also how the foreigners see like Filipinos working for them in their hotels?
No question about it. You look at shipping lines, for instance. You go into a Holland American lines, Cunard lines, 80% are Filipinos. You go to the Middle East, you go to Hawaii, you go to London. That's where you are, all over the world, and that's because of your innate facility and possibility in the hotel industry.
Yes, but generally, how is the hotel and restaurant industry in the Philippines doing?
At the moment, I think you are experiencing really the best of the best. After 41 years of being in the I think that the peace and order situation, which is really an instrument that really brings tourism to the country, is there. I believe that infrastructure, which is something that still is missing in the country, is now being developed, new airports, new port areas and all that, new roads. This is what the Philippines needs, but it's in the best time that I can remember of.
Yes. Sir, you've mentioned earlier that the Filipinos, it's innate in the Filipinos to be hospitable to their guests.
Correct.
And now we know that there's a boom in college courses that are related to hotel and restaurant management. How do you think this is helping the Filipino brand of service when it comes to the global competition?
I think that institutions like TESDA, for instance, or institutions like LaSalle with their HRM components, and the RUN, for instance, you know, this is a tremendous bridge of possibilities from a high school diploma or a two-year college into an industry that can really bring you places and be a good earning thing for you and your family, no question about it.
Yes, but would you say that to go into the industry, do you have to take a hotel-related course?
I would say that in spite of everything, the hotel industry, even just with a high school diploma and with hard work, can bring you to the top echelons of the industry. As I said, it's a bridge of possibilities, you know what I mean? New learnings, the possibility of going overseas is also very important. Learning languages is also something that you are quite adept at. So all the ingredients are there. No
Sir, you mentioned that the foreigners love the Filipino service when it comes to hospitality. But what would you say is the country that leads in the hotel and restaurant industry globally, which could be a close competitor to the Filipino service as well?
Well, you know, they say that Switzerland, for instance, was one of the pioneers in the tourism industry in the 1800s. But I think that today there is really a leader. That's the Philippines. I mean, the people is really what make the whole thing, and this is what you have. And it should be nurtured, and I think that the government should even do more in terms of infrastructure, helping the developers be able to reach these beautiful places that you have that right now are a little bit difficult. Like Sagada, for instance, right? I mean, it's difficult to make it there, but once you're there, it's something that you will remember and treasure forever.
Yes, sir, how about, like, let's say, when the infrastructure development in these areas, like the tourist areas, aren't as good as the tourists would need them to be, but how about the hotels in these areas? Are they already developed already for tourists, or is there adequate amount of rooms or services that for them to accommodate for the tourists?
Well, depending on whom you're talking to. I mean, I heard the speech the other day by the tourism secretary saying that the country needs more rooms, and that's what you're saying. You see in Palawan, you know, that Coron and the Busuanga area is being developed, the San Vicente area, the Puerto Princesa area. You see Boracay, you know, I mean, mushrooming like anything. Bohol is another area. So definitely what you need is more infrastructure and airports in order for you
Yes.
to arrive and reach that area.
Yes, and sir, you mentioned earlier that you've been here in the Philippines for 41 years now,
41
and
years.
you were with Manila Hotel for 20 years, but
Correct.
now you've decided to put up your own chain.
Correct.
So can you tell us a bit more about why you decided to make the jump and what's been happening now?
Well, I think that after so many years in the industry, I reached the point in where I said, maybe what I've learned and what I have as an experience can be now transferred in terms of transfer of technology, management skills and others. So that's why I'm taking it from the legacy that one of our properties, which is the Las Casas Filipinas
This is in
de
Bataan.
Bataan. Yes, beautiful
Yes,
area.
actually, it's a place in Bataan where they restored old Spanish houses from all over the Philippines.
Correct,
And
correct.
they've made it into a big village now. You can just tour and see like the architectural designs that they had during that time. Am I correct,
Correct. It's just beautiful, and it's being developed on a daily basis. It's a work in progress. I don't think it's ever going to be finished because there is always something that is happening, and that's why the name of Legacy, Asian Grand Legacy Hotels. We have now already 8 different hostelries in different areas in the country. Bohol, Palawan. We are putting up a beautiful resort in San Rafael, which is going to be unique in my opinion. We are opening General Santos in Mindanao and also Cagayan de Oro. I have a property that may be developed in Doha, in Qatar, which will be the first of the international aspect of the Asian Grand Legacy Hotels.
In China as well, sir, you have also in...
The island of Hainan, we have the possibility also, maybe by June or July, to have a beautiful 110-room hotel. Yes.
So this is what's nice about it. Like we talked about the tourist destinations in the Philippines, but the lack of hotels. And apparently, the Asian Grand Legacy, they're providing the proper accommodations for these tourist areas.
Definitely.
Yes, of course. But what is your ultimate goal for this?
Well, as I said, after so many years in the industry, it's the transfer of technology. My personal goal is to be able to transfer that to a younger generation, and that somebody takes over from that and brings to the world what the Filipino can offer in terms of the hotel industry, hospitality industry.
So now we know that the upcoming national elections are nearing. So what do you think are the platforms or the laws that the people that will be elected could do to help out the tourism industry and as well as the hotel and restaurant industry in our country?
Well, since I see that today the industry is at its top level, and I think that the Secretary of Tourism, Mr. Jimenez, is doing an excellent job. I believe that there should be some continuity. Look at the places like Thailand, for instance. You've heard of the logo, amazing Thailand, for the past 20 years, 30 years. Incredible India has been there for so many years as well. Or if you look at Malaysia, truly Asia. Now it's more fun in the Philippines. Let's keep it. Let's progress in it. Before it used to be wow, and before Island Philippines. Continuity is the name of the game in anything that you do in life. Practice makes good, and so with logos and the thought of the industry in general.
Okay, so just to wrap up our conversation, do you have a final message for our viewers?
Well, I think that the Philippines has really a lot to offer. You know that. I mean, you look at what Boracay has become, one of the top destinations in the world as far as beaches are concerned. It will be Bohol. The next one will be, I am sure, Palawan as well. So I would like to send a message to the young people: go into the hotel industry. It is very, very rewarding. It's really outstanding, and you will really feel that you are part and parcel of your country as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Miguel Cerqueda, the President of Asian Grand Legacy.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.